This kind of story is told all over the world because desperation makes women ferocious when there is no other way and no other help to support her when she's in trouble. Her clothes had fit her too tightly for weeks, though the Duke's daughter had tried to starve herself. And now pains in her belly stopped her every few steps as she walked deeper and deeper into the green, green wood. When she was far enough from her father's house that her cries would not be heard, she stopped and knelt on the ground. She untied her silken belt. She pulled off her heavy dress, and then she leaned her back against the thorn tree. And panting and weeping, she gave birth to 2 children, alone in the woods, as the thorns pierced her skin like a priest's scourge against her back. The first child born was a girl and looked like her. The second child, a boy who looked like the Duke's own clerk. She did not soothe their cries or lift them to her breast. She did not smile upon them, and they were too new to smile upon her. If God had made them smile, they'd have smiled her dead in the green, green wood. Instead, she took her silken belt and she bound them hand and foot. And then she stopped 2 mouths with her lace stockings, and she stopped 2 hearts with her lover's penknife. Then she tore her petticoats and used them to wipe the blood from her back, from her thighs, from her hands, and then she wrapped the babes in the bloody rags, and she buried them deep beneath the thorn tree in the green, green woods. She did not shed a tear, but put on her heavy dress and walked back to her father's house, pretending to be the maiden he thought she was and prized her for. And never did her lover know, and never did her lover care what happened in the green, green wood that day. And the world rolled round, as the world will do, till a year had passed in time. And the Duke's slim-waisted daughter walked upon the castle ramparts when she spied 2 radiant children in the meadows below. She ran down the stairs until she was close enough to see the 2 were naked, but for silken ties about their hands and feet and a little bit of lace at their necks. They rolled between them a little red ball, and she ran close to receive it. She said, "Sweet children, you are so radiant. If you were mine, I would clothe you in scarlet and silk." And the children spoke to her, saying, "We were yours, cruel mother. And you did just that. You bound us in silk and covered us in scarlet with our father's pen knife." She looked down at the red ball and saw that it was a tangle of bloodied rags. They spoke again, saying, "Cursed mother, hell is deep, and you have entered it step by step." She dropped the ball, sank to the ground, awash in her skirts on the lawn. As they came close to retrieve the ball, she reached out to touch them and felt naught but bones. And then they shook their golden heads and smiled on her. "Alas," she cried, and breathed no more, but lay down dead beneath the Duke's high window, where the clerk looked down upon her. And the two children held hands as they rolled the ball ahead of them, and they moved across the meadow and away, returning to their twin clay beds beneath the thorn tree in the green, green wood. The cruel mother.